So now I will talk about the convergence of Newton-Raphson's method. This is again very important, and this suggests that this Newton-Raphson method is much more faster because more will be the convergence. So that means faster will be our method. So let us recall Taylor series. So if I recall it, then f of x1, it can be written as f of x naught plus h. I can say either x1 or x naught plus h1 and same thing, and it is equal to f of x naught plus h f prime x plus h square over 2 factorial f double prime x, right? And so on. And I use this Taylor series to derive Newton-Raphson's method or Newton-Raphson's formula, and using this I can derive, or we have derived in the early lecture, Newton-Raphson's formula. And what was that? It is xn plus 1 is equal to xn minus fxn over f prime xn. That's what we have derived. So, and this is an approximation. This is not exact answer. So let us assume that this xi be the actual, that's what I am assuming, let xi be the actual root of the given polynomial or actual zero of the given polynomial. Actual zero or root of given polynomial, or I can say that equation. If it is equation, then it's a root. If it is a polynomial, that's a zero of the given polynomial. If it is so that means, what does it mean? That the value of the function at this point, it should be equal to 0. It is equal to 0. And let xn be the approximated zero of the given polynomial it is approximated value, it is the actual value. So that means there is some error, there should be some error. So if it is the approximated value, so that means the h which I am considering here, this h must be what? It is actual value minus approximated value, and h should be like this. H should be like this. So keeping all these things in mind, how I can write down that f of xn must be equal to xn xi minus xn f prime xn plus 1 by 2 xi xn at square f double prime xn and so on. It must be equal to value of the polynomial at xi, and it is 0. So ये मेरे पास यहाँ से result आ जाता है, right? And if I consider only this part, and this is equal to 0, means I am not worried about this part because this is already 0. So if it is so, then what this will suggest? This suggests me that minus f of xn, right, it must be equal to, I bring this towards that side with negative sign and these will remain in this side. So it is xi minus xn f prime xn plus 1 by 2 xi minus xn, this, and f double prime xn, and I have ignored the higher order term. And if I divide by this on both sides, then what it will become? F of xn divided by f prime xn, it must be equal to xi minus xn plus 1 by 2 xi minus xn, its square f double prime xn divided by f prime xn. That's what will happen. But what this part, if I recapitulate Newton-Raphson method, then in that Newton-Raphson method, what is it? This part is equivalent to h, and h we have taken as xn plus 1 minus xi, or it may be, either it may be this, means h is the difference, h will remain same. So h I can take it as xn either it may be xi minus xn, or it may be xn plus 1 minus xi, one and same thing is the difference. So h is this. If I am using, this is from the Newton-Raphson method, I have discussed there that what should be the h. So that means if I replace this by this, so it will be xn plus 1 minus xi, and it is equal to 1 by 2 it is just a minute. So if I put their values, then it is just a minute, let me, need not to consider it as h. Let us do one thing. It is minus f of xn divided by f prime xn. It is f prime xn. If I bring this xn towards this side, then it is xn is equal to chi plus 1 by 2 chi minus xn, its square f double prime xn divided by f prime xn. And what is it? If I recapitulate Newton, this is xn plus 1. This is xn plus 1 is equal to chi plus 1 by 2 chi xi xn, its square, and f double prime xn and f prime xn, and bringing this towards this side, so it is xn plus 1 minus xi, it is equal to 1 by 2 xn at square f double prime xn divided by f of prime, this one. So what is it? It is the error. But after n plus 1, so I can write down it as epsilon n plus 1, and I call this as epsilon n. So it is 1 by 2 epsilon n square f double prime xn divided by f of prime xn. So how these two arrays are related? These two arrays related by this second order, second power array. So that means this two will suggest that the order of convergence, this two indicates that order of convergence, or we can say that Newton-Raphson method has a second order or quadratic convergence, and that's what we have to achieve. So that means it is much faster than bisection method. Okay, so it's a second order convergence, or I can say that it is a quadratic convergence, right? So that's all for this what we call convergence of Newton-Raphson method. And then in the next lecture I will talk about convergence of regular Falsy method.